Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. India's anti-terror agency, NIA, has made a big breakthrough arresting the alleged mastermind and the bomber of Bengaluru's Rameshwaram Café blast. The NIA apprehended Mussavir Hussain Shazib, the key accused who allegedly placed the IED at the cafe, and Abdul Matheen Taahaa, the alleged mastermind behind the planning and execution of the blast. The two are residents of Taahaa area in Karnataka's Shivamogga district, but they were arrested from West Bengal, where they were hiding under false names. This success came after over a dozen searches really at 18 locations in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, UP, and coordinated action and cooperation between the NIA, Central Intelligence Agencies, state polices of West Bengal, Telangana, Karnataka and Kerala. While this once again shows the commendable work our agencies are doing, the facts that these terror accused settled in Bengal post the blast has become a big political debate. BJP has accused the TMC and the Bengal government of being soft on terrorists, which is why the accused, they contend, run and hide there. The TMC, of course, is furious at the suggestion, hitting back at how the state acted promptly in arresting these two individuals. So is there any truth in the charge that terror suspects find it easy in Bengal, or can the TMC effectively rebut the safe haven claim? We'll get you more on that in just a bit, and we'll take that big question to our guests as we go along. Now, both the arrested accused are residents of Taahaa in Shivamogga district, as I mentioned. They have managed to travel across states clearly before reaching Digha in West Bengal, from where they were arrested. Let me just break down what we know about these two individuals. Now, Abdul Matheen Taahaa is the mastermind allegedly behind the planning, execution of the blast and the subsequent evasion from the clutches of law. What we also know is that Taahaa, who's aged about 30 years, has been using Hindu identity documents to escape the law or to hoodwink the law. He forged an Aadhaar card in the name of Vignesh to conceal identity. He was seen wearing hoodies and a cap to further hide his face from surveillance is also what we know. The other individual, Mussavir Hussain Shazib, is believed to be the bomber. He was the one who allegedly planted the bomb. The 30-year-old forged his identity too as a Muhammad Junaid Saeed. The agency has said that he prefers to wear jeans, t-shirt, shirt, a black smartwatch. These are the details that have come out of the two. Now, the accused clearly crossed several states, as I mentioned, to end up in Bengal. They have forged identity cards, etc. And it can be a particular challenge to verify guest details in smaller lodges or rentals where these two were allegedly taking shelter. But the NIA overcame all those challenges, and here's how they managed this breakthrough. So after the blast, top intel agency sources are telling us that both of these accused actually stayed at a guest house right after the blast was carried out as well. But the breakthrough in the probe was attained after the NIA recovered the cap worn by the suspect. The NIA then tracked the purchase of that cap to a store in Chennai, and they found out later that the accused actually stayed in a guest house in Chennai as well. The National Investigation Agency then checked lodges nearby towns as well. And that search led them all the way to Digha in West Bengal, and the arrests were finally made from that town in the state as well. That brings me to the charge. Is the BJP's charge of Bengal being a terror safe haven correct? Let's take a look at some of the instances of when terror suspects were cracked down upon by the agencies in West Bengal. They may not always belong to West Bengal, but they were found in West Bengal. So in April 2023, two arrests were made within a week linked to an AKIS module. These arrests were made from Hooghly and Cooch Behar in West Bengal. In January earlier that year, two suspected ISIS terrorists were arrested from Howrah. Both were held for recruiting and radicalizing the young and raising funds for terror. The previous year, in August, two suspected Al-Qaeda operatives were arrested from North 24 Parganas. The NIA operation in hunting down that network continued for years. In November 2021, a Bangladeshi national believed to be an operative of Jamaatul Mujahideen was arrested again from South 24 Parganas. So clearly there is some sort of a problem emerging or a pattern emerging. Murshidabad has also been a terror hideout in the past. In September 2022, NIA arrested Al-Qaeda. In 2020, Al-Qaeda operatives were arrested after early morning raids in that region as well in Murshidabad. Apart from the fact that we keep hearing of blasts, crude bomb blasts, etc., bomb factories that have been much in headlines from West Bengal in recent months, this is the pattern, if you can read into it, that is also emerging from West Bengal in recent years. It's election season, and of course these arrests from Bengal have led to the latest flashpoint as far as the two main political parties are concerned. The BJP obviously does not miss an opportunity to remind the TMC of the law and order problem as far as the state of West Bengal is concerned. And here's what the two are saying against each other. So the BJP's charge has been that Bengal is a safe haven or is emerging as a safe haven for terrorists. Bengal police in fact has countered on behalf of the state, although the TMC has also responded. But this is what the Bengal police is saying, that this is falsehood. These arrests were because of a joint operation. So you cannot say that the state was in any way lax or hiding as far as these terrorists are concerned. Is Mamata incompetent to defend her track record? Why is she not speaking up is the BJP's charge. She is the CM and the Home Minister. These arrests, the Chief Minister has said, have been made promptly by our cops within 2 hours. Of intimation by the national agencies, within 2 hours these arrests were made, is what the West Bengal police has also said. While the BJP says that Bengal is a hindrance in national security, of course this is only one aspect of that. There are obviously aspects of migration, illegal immigration, etc. The TMC says the arrests have been made from Kanti, which is a stronghold of the BJP. In fact, they have now, passed the buck onto the BJP as to whether their influential people were responsible in shielding these accused. With that, let's dive right into our big debate. These suspects being held in Bengal. Can the TMC rebut the terror haven charge or not?
ಅವ್ರ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾದಂಥ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಯಾರು ತಪ್ಪಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಈಚೆಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬರಲಿ.
सवाल तो ये उत्पन्न होता है कि पश्चिम बंगाल हर प्रकार के आतंकी और जिहादी और इस प्रकार के उग्रवादी मानसिकता रखने वाले व्यक्तियों के लिए एक सेफ हेवन, एक अड्डा क्यों बन चुका है?
विदिन 2 आवर्स, 2 घंटे में ही इंफॉर्मेशन मिलने का 2 घंटे में हम लोग पूरा वर्कआउट करके जो रामेश्वरम ब्लास्ट है उनके 2 जो सस्पेक्ट थे उनको हम डिटेन कर पाए।
2 ঘন্টায় বাংলায় লুকিয়ে ছিল, 2 ঘন্টার মধ্যে আমরা ধরে দিয়েছি আমাদের পুলিশ। আর সেখানে বলছে বাংলা সেফ নয়, তোর দিল্লি সেফ।
Let's go across to our guest joining us. Tausifur Rahman, spokesperson of the TMC, is with us. Also with me is Narendra Rangarappa, spokesperson of the BJP. Vikram Singh, former DGP, Uttar Pradesh, is also with us. I do thank you all for your time. Tausif, I want to begin with you. I have read out a list of terror suspects who central agencies have found in West Bengal, let's say over the last 2 to 3 years. This is the kind of pattern that the BJP is pointing out to suggest that terrorists find it very comfortable to either plan terror activities and sit in West Bengal or, do their activities from West Bengal. How do you respond?
Well, first you need to understand that Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Bengal, they share some common borders, which is like Nepal, Bangladesh, and other, like we have a China border as well. Now, first of all, it is a very big development that those 2 accused of Bangalore blast, I mean those coming from the terrorism background, they have been arrested, and it's very important. And within 2 hours of time, the West Bengal police with the NIA It's incredible, and we should appreciate that. NIA and the West Bengal police have cracked down and they have arrested. Now, my point is, I mean, what is the fuss about it? I was hearing all the BJP leaders कि बहुत safe side है, बहुत safe जगह है. मुझे उनको शर्म आनी चाहिए. It is very a low category of politics what they are doing right now. A terrorism in the country has no support to anyone, doesn't give any support. And what kind of language Shahzad Poonawala or the Amit Malviya they're using, ki we are giving some shelters. See, a political fight is always a political fight, whether during election, panchayat election, assembly election, Lok Sabha, whatsoever. But when you talk about terrorism, when you talk about the national integrity, it's non-negotiable. You cannot negotiate with that.
No, obviously that's a good, that is absolutely the correct stance to take. But the BJP's contention is, before I go to the BJP representative,
See, BJP,
is that there's a lax law and order situation. One second, Tausif, let me finish. Their contention is that there is a lax law and order situation as far as West Bengal is concerned. If it's not other incidents of violence, let's say political murders, etc., then it is cases like these. It all ties in with the law and order issue.
When we talk, Shivangi, when we talk about borders, the borders are taken care by BSF. The borders are not taken care by the state police.
But this is not external border. We're talking, not all of them are immigrants.
Wait. Let me clear. So they might be planning to go Bangladesh, and who's taking care of them? When you talk about the allegation, when you talk about the rebuttals, when you talk about the blame game, then let me tell you. Having said that, the arrests were made from Kanti, according to the reports which we are seeing in the media. This is a very crucial and state agencies have an investigation into the matter that who are providing with this. Now you tell me, who's the local boy in Kanti, Mednipur district, Vendu Adhikari and family? Is he behind the Bangalore blast, the whole family, and BJP is supporting the Bangalore blast? Because the guys who were arrested from Kanti, Mednipur.
Okay, I get the point that you're making. If the correlation was to be made just with the location of where somebody has been found, then why not the correlation to the exact town where they have been found? Yes, Mr. Rangarappa, you want to come in?
See, the logic of our TMC spokesperson is very hilarious. Who is ruling Kanti? Is it BJP or is it TMC? Whose government is there in West Bengal?
You are talking like a lunatic, sir. You are talking like a lunatic.
One second. Let's mind our language. Just 1 second. I have to come in. Please put their faders down, both of them. I'm not going to allow this. Gentlemen, I'm not going to allow this. Please don't make personal comments. Make your arguments. I'll give you all the time. Refrain from using adjectives not to be used for your fellow panelists. Please. Yes, Mr. Rangarappa. And don't speak over each other. Mr. Rangarappa.
So, the interconnection between the two places in this particular terror activity indicates to something.
What?
There is something which is conducive to the atmosphere in these two states have become conducive to this sort of an activity.
But sir, if you're connecting the two states, then Tausif's point is, why not the exact area? Why not
that's what I mean.
Why not correlate Kanti also? Obviously, local politicians have a lot of sway in their, in their constituencies, in their districts. Then they can also pass on the buck to the Adhikari family.
Please allow me.
Yeah.
See, Kanti is ruled by whom? TMC. Who is TMC? The Indie partner of Congress. Okay. It is not a BJP government or a BJP official who is there. It is ruled by the TMC and the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is Chief Minister for Kanti as well. So, trying to escape by giving lame excuses is not allowed in such a serious situation. The interconnection of this event points out there is a lot of conducive atmosphere created by these two indie partners to such modules and sleeper cells which are available.
No, but that's a very, no, 1 second, Mr. Rangarappa, that's a very grave charge to make.
Yes.
The Karnataka government and the Congress government in Karnataka is barely a year old. Are you saying that the situation has changed so much in a year that, terror networks are flourishing in Karnataka? Is that your contention?
Yes, I stand by my charge. Such an activity and activities have increased during the Congress regime only because of their soft corner to certain organizations whose case has been withdrawn, whose criminal activities have been forgiven. and they have also announced their support to this party in this coming election as well.
No, but if you're talking about the PFI is banned all over the country.
Can I come in, Shivangi?
One second, Shivani, first of all. Rangarappaji, if they're talking about the PFI is banned all across the country.
The SDPI has expressed its support to the Congress candidate from the parliamentary constituency from Bangalore. They have made a press release supporting the Congress party in this election. So should I expect some counter balance or payback to the Congress by the SDPI?
I don't understand. No, I'm sorry. I think it's a bit of a stretched argument as far as that is concerned. But one second, I want to go across to former DGP Vikram Singh as well. These are homegrown terrorists, if I can use that term. They do belong to Karnataka, Shivamogga district. We know the history that Shivamogga itself has had as far as terror cases and terror, production, that belt, coastal Karnataka has had as far as, terror production is concerned. Would it be fair to say that if they were found in West Bengal, then there could be something in the minds of these accused to think that they could get away by fleeing to West Bengal? Is that a fair charge, Vikram Singh?
Good evening, Shivani. Yes, I have worked on terrorism and against terrorists for a very long time, for decades together. And they are smart people. The way they disguised and camouflaged their names, the way they managed to escape and go underground. And to this credit, number one credit to the police of West Bengal, Telangana, Karnataka and Kerala for nabbing Mussavir, Hussain, Shazib and Abdul, Matheen, Taahaa. Well, the credit ends here now to at least one or two of the police forces, because giving a safe haven and to have the comfort level where you will not be troubled or harassed, that is a matter of concern. Your opening remarks, you mentioned quite a few cases where the West Bengal police was found wanting, and that is the problem number one. Problem number two, as you said, is 1 year sufficient reason for homegrown terror to grow? Yes, it does not require 12 months. It requires a perception that perhaps the administration and the government will look the other way, and then they start mushrooming as if it's nobody's business. Shivani, it's a very tricky situation. And yes, in a scale of 1:10, this example cannot be solitary and representative. There has to be so much to be done in West Bengal to ensure that anti-national elements do not thrive, do not have a safe haven there, and a lot more is to be required. A simple example of Shah Jahan Sheikh gives you the example how actually the police can turn the other way and turn the tables against the law enforcement agencies. Shah Jahan Sheikh case is a political case. It is not a case of terror, but example again of the person that when it comes to matters pertaining to the minority community, I find that the West Bengal government and the police are soft peddling and are pussyfooting.
It's about a political messaging. Okay, Tasif, now come in. Vikram Singh is making the charge that, if you look at the political messaging that comes from Chief Minister herself and your party and your government, it gives a message that you are soft on certain elements purely because of a religious angle.
It's not true at all, but I want to elaborate. First, I wanted to reply my BJP co-panelist when he said that Kati is in West Bengal and Mamata Banerjee is totally responsible for the whole West Bengal. It is true. It is absolutely correct. Whether it's Kati, Bakura, Sandesh Khali, whatsoever. If anything is happening in Bengal, we have to take care, and we have taken care. Within 2 hours, they got arrested.
Then
now you tell me, who is my Prime Minister? Who is my Prime Minister? Who is my Prime Minister?
Blame on other people.
Sir, please calm down.
One by one.
Please calm down. You have not done your homework today. Please calm down.
Push off the blame.
Please calm down.
My statement is vindicated by Mr. Vikram Singh.
Okay.
Sir, you are making a joke out of yourself. Wait, please calm down. Please calm down. No, let me complete. So, if Kati is under West Bengal and Mamata Banerjee is my Chief Minister, so India and West Bengal is in the same country, right? West Bengal comes under India. And Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi is my Prime Minister. Is he connected with those terrorists? Is he? Can I blame him for all the blast? Can I blame him for all the violence happening in the country? No.
White dog, sir.
No.
What are you
I
comparing?
cannot, sir. So that's why you cannot do a mockery out of yourself. Just shut up and listen to me. Just shut up and listen to me. You're making up. You blame the Mamata Banerjee with a terrorism act. Shut up. Just shut up and listen to me. You should respect our age also.
One second. Can I just come in? Can I just come in? Again, gentlemen, I don't want to do this. Please don't make me like a school headmaster or a teacher. Please calm yourselves down. One second. Calm yourselves down. Tasi, whatever you want to say, you can say it in a manner which is more palatable. That is all I will say. But you know, your argument about if the geography has to be taken as a country, then the PM is the ultimate responsible person. I'll tell you why that argument doesn't land. Because law and order is a state subject. Yes, the NIA does its job. One second. The NIA does its job, and NIA's responsibilities and failures will land at the door of the Home Minister of the country. I'm not denying that. But the issue about hopping states and settling in Bengal is the issue. You sidestepped the question I asked you. One second. You sidestepped the question I asked you. Is the government's overall messaging soft on certain radicalized elements? Please, just address that.
Shivani, how do you expect us to answer this? Are you serious? I mean, you're a journalist and you have been neutral on all grounds. I respect you. But tell me something. If a suspect is a Muslim or a Hindu, how can you expect that Trinamool Congress will come forward and support those, give some soft things on being a Muslim or Hindu?
No, I'm not saying you've supported these suspects. You
like
don't
that.
Understand the question I'm asking
we cannot
you.
Be, no, we cannot be soft.
Of course, there can be no suggestion without any proof that the government has in any way aided or abetted these two individuals. My question to you is about political messaging on radical elements. Overall.
Why? There is no radical allegations. Nothing like that. A person who has convicted a crime, a person who has went against my country, there should be no softness shown to anyone.
Okay, no softness shown. Very quickly, Mr. Rangarappa, you know, sometimes the BJP also kind of connects the dots in a manner which is very difficult to prove. It's all fine in political mudslinging, but terrorism is a very serious issue. You shouldn't be seen making light of the issue by just, you know, throwing these charges that, oh, so-and-so government is soft, and that is why these terrorists have been found, or alleged terrorists have been found in West Bengal. Where they were eventually going, what their plan was, they managed to cross Telangana and other states also, right? So, you know, you cannot just pin the blame on West Bengal government alone.
Madam, let me enlighten you about certain facts that are happening in Bangalore. We are finding a lot of immigration from West Bengal and that area, and they are carrying, they have no locus standi in the, what do you call, the identification cards that they are carrying. They are carrying duplicate and fake other cards from West Bengal, and when it was investigated here, it was found out it was all fake. So who is responsible for giving them the cards from West Bengal? And they come to Karnataka,
one by one, one person,
and they try to West Bengal. So whose fault is it that they have got documents from West Bengal? On that base of that document, they are coming to Bangalore and they are settling here. So what is happening here?
Okay.
What is happening here? You are exporting your unwanted people.
This is the charge that has been made on the West Bengal government earlier also, that under TMC a lot of illegal migrants have been rehabilitated in a manner that they've all got false cards. They vote because they're a vote bank for the TMC. I have barely a minute left. So Tausif, I'll give you 20 seconds of those, just to respond to that.
See, these, I mean, you know, I just don't understand what kind of charges are this. You know, eventually, if you want to target West Bengal and our people who are staying in West Bengal, that's fine. You can do it. We can't stop you because you have only allegations. You have no proof. You are coming up with an Aadhaar card. You're coming up with voter ID. Even I can say, then why don't you go and talk to Amit Shah as well? Because he's the Home Secretary.
Okay. 30 seconds to Vikram Singh. 30 seconds to Vikram Singh, sir. Good success for the NIA, but do you see that there's a disturbing pattern emerging where some of these sleeper cells or cells that were dormant so far are kind of raising their ugly head again in Karnataka?
Very true, Shivani, and this is an alarm bell and important lessons to be drawn from the Rameshwaram Café blast. These two hold up in West Bengal. I said they had an option of going to UP also. but they knew what was good for them and what would have happened to them had they landed up in UP. And this problem of turning the other way also needs to be addressed in West Bengal so that there's no resurgence of such problem in the country, because it will be suicidal if such a thing were to happen or there's a repetition of such ugly acts.
All right, I'll leave it at that. I do thank all of our guests for joining us.